Cassie goes to the Amazon where her Ezekiel was spidering her dead mother right before he... Fuck.
Now!
You're showing off.
Maybe a little.
Dakota Johnson stars. Don't worry, she's never been in anything that could be considered the epitome of trash in cinema form. And Sony has never been an awful film starring a Spider-Man villain turned hero, so I think we're okay here, yes. Madameweb is about Cassie, who gains the power to see the future, which the writers of this film did not have, because they wouldn't have spent so much of the runtime trying to set up a spider-based superhero team, not including Spider-Man, that could have saved this universe that is now dead as fuck. So Cassie has a whoopsie and drowns for 3 minutes, but Ben Parker saves her. Hey, wonder if she could save him at some point in the future, because she can see the future now. If there was, I don't know, a time where he was going to be murdered or something. Instead, we're just going to shunt him to the side after we do the whole, oh, I guess, what could Mary Parker's baby's name be? Oh, I don't know. And then she's going to kill and kidnap 3 girls who are all way too old to be playing teenagers now. I am serious. Like, Sydney Sweeney, the ultimate 2024 sex symbol, playing a schoolgirl outfit, nerdy little glasses, acting like a child who still loves her teddy bear. It could not make this seem more like pornography. Yeah, so these girls are all Spider-Man related female superheroes in the future. They will be in the future at some point, but not in this film. Not even in this film a little bit. And that is fascinating to me, because they straight up told us, yeah, This is the prequel to something, like, way more interesting down the line. The MCU has done that, teased future projects a lot. But, like, the films are interesting enough that they will get a sequel. That's kind of the point, that you need to do something in this film so that it gets, yeah. Instead, they are just 3 random girls in this film. Nothing going on. There was no need to cast this old. You could have cast teenagers, and then in a few years when you do the sequel, they would have been older. So Cassie can see the future as much as is convenient for the plot. Like, she sees that Ezekiel is going to dress up in a suit, which totally isn't a Spider-Man suit, and try to kill these girls on a train, because he can also see the future a little bit. Because all of the spider people, the spider people from the Amazon, her mother was in the Amazon with the guy right before she died, and yeah, they can see the future, but he can only see it a little bit, enough to know these girls are going to kill him. So what does he do? He steals and gains access to the United States government military's newest cybersecurity, which can track anyone, anywhere, at any time. And nobody wants to come after him. Like, it never explains who this guy is. Like, he's obviously rich or whatever and has a lot of power and clout with the police to get them chasing Cassie when she didn't do anything. I mean, she does complain that she's getting chased by the police when she does kidnap 3 girls and steal a taxi, but that's not important. He killed policemen and somehow manages to get it so that they're chasing her for that instead. And it's never explained who he is, why he's able to do that. He's got access to this thing. Stealing that is enough to get on the FBI's most wanted list. No, apparently not. So he's just running around, and Sydney Sweeney goes, he's like a spider person, and that's enough for Cassie to go, oh my gosh, stay here, girls. She leaves them alone in the woods for hours to go back to her flat, where nobody is looking for her, even though she's wanted by the police. And then she checks her mother's research notes, just in case her mother's research notes on spiders from the Amazon has anything to do with this spider-dressed-ish person. And if that's not just insane enough as a plotline, she then goes back, is like, okay, girls, helps them out again, escape from him, and then goes, I'm going to leave you again. And go to the Amazon real quick. I think if you left Cassie out of this film, just had the 3 girls, they meet on a tree and there's some sort of incident, gives them powers, and then they have to work them out while being chased by this guy, you might have something. It'd be a kind of female-centric Spider-Man adjacent team Power Rangers thing. And that, honestly, it could have been something. With those actresses playing the roles just slightly older. It's just not that, yeah. Instead, there's, you could call it a finale. It's debatable. And they set up something for the future that we will, thank God, never see. I mean, dear Lord, they really gave us a third of a film here and said, yeah, is that enough to get a sequel? So I'm giving worst mother ever, who goes to the Amazon rainforest while 9 months pregnant, 1 star. I do truly believe there are worse films, mainstream films that have been released in cinemas in the last 10 years, but I think I could count the number of them, on one hand. There are not a lot.